room is kind of a freaking big mess right now. I had the idea to completely throw out, give away any old stuff that I do not need anymore. Because I truly believe that things and stuff from the past carry energy, and sometimes that energy is not conducive to our growth, to our ascension, to our evolution, and I'm over it. I don't want it. I can feel it, and I'm ready just to let go. I already started taking some stuff out. There's just like random stuff in this, and this actual bin is actually going goodbye. Because it reminds me of a period of my life that it's time to cut the cord. We're over it. So I'm throwing out some shoes. I don't know. I'm debating whether or not to throw it out or to donate it. Let's say, I don't know. I feel like, do I even want to donate this stuff that carries this old energy and give it to other people for them to like, I might not even give it away or donate it to like, say, a thrift store, because I'm not trying to give my old past energy to other people. So there's just like old bags, pants, socks, room decoration. Yes, I'm gonna throw this out. Goodbye. I completely just threw out so much stuff. Like what? I just already feel much lighter. I want to say once was a part of me that wanted to hold so close to like old journal pages and like just old journals, because when I wrote in these journals, I was very vulnerable. I included a lot of details of what was going on in those moments, and I just felt like keeping that close to me and holding on to that gave me a sense of security to not be able to, be exposed. Say, what if someone found like those journals? But baby, what you can do. That's why God created scissors. We cut it up and get it out. And also that's just kind of like a cathartic practice as well, because you're like cutting the cord, because the energy of what you were feeling was put onto the paper, and now you're cutting the energetic cord. Don't play. So let's continue. Let's see. So it's kind of like hard to like release though. No, but I got to. Like there's like paintings I made when I was in high school that there's some things I do not want to release, because it's like, it was like an expression of my art. Oh my gosh, what is this? But this is one painting that I made in my drawing and painting class back in like my senior year of high school. It was a self-portrait. Look at the drama with the paintbrush, like, okay. And then I also drew my little puppy when we went with my family on an outing. He has like a puppy here, but it's kind of all busted up because it's been like through some things, boop, thrown it out. But like I want to keep that because it kind of reminds me of like a time where I was really in touch with my creativity. And yeah. All right, moving on. All right, let's go through this. Let's see, is this a journal? Oh, not the notes. Not the notes. Okay. Oh, this is kind of like, I can keep this because I have like that's my journal where I put like my practical stuff, like my financial organization and top thing, blah, blah, blah. Anyways, this is my sketchbook. No, I'm gonna keep this because this is like, all right. Is this like show and tell? I just love drawing my puppy. Okay. All right, we can move. Like what? Trying to get in my like self-portrait era back in like life and stuff. I was like trying to get back into drawing maybe beginning of last year. I was like watching some YouTube videos, and then like I decided to draw like the little cloud with the little lightning strike feet, legs. And I was getting into like shading and just a bunch of other stuff. And then I was like, I'm over this. I'm like over like representational type of art. Like I appreciate it, but like in this moment, this is where I was like, you know what? Let me just like let the brain flow. I was trying to take off the pressure of being like this specific artist. I'm in the moment where I'm like letting it flow. Should I throw this out? I don't know. Whole thing. This is like in the to be determined pile. All right. Alright, and then I got my random bins. Pictures, candles. Oh. Random sticky notes. And I still have like name tags from like old jobs and all that stuff. So should I throw this out? Maybe, yeah. What is this? Not the oil change receipt. Goodbye. Let's see. Got my hair dryer. Gotta keep that. A pineapple. Should I throw this out? This also has like past energy. So then I have all my earrings. I'm definitely gonna throw some out. But there's some earrings that I do like. Okay, so we're gonna play toss or keep. I don't really wear this. Toss. Toss. Oh, this mood ring, not even a ring. It's like broken. Why am I keeping it? Goodbye. Chain. Goodbye. Ring. Goodbye. Oh my god, should I like recycle these though? Letter V. I'm gonna keep these. They're cute. This ring is old, so I'm gonna throw it out. This is another cute ring though. Oh, should I keep this? This one like very no, it's holding on, I think. Gosh, wait, I'm gonna throw everything out. You know what? Over it. Alright, I do have my high school graduation cap. We're keeping it because it's like it's cute. Alright, what's this? Calculator. This is like stuff like a calculator I will donate because someone else could probably use that. Oh my gosh, not the college orientation pictures. OMG. Alright, that's like, I don't know if I'm gonna, I mean, I don't know, I'm gonna keep some pictures because, you know, it's just memories. Alright, alright, let's keep these. Not the eye clicker. Okay. Aw, this is like my baby shoe. Alright, I'll keep that. Alright. Period. What's in here? Oh, this is where all my what are they called? Widgets?
The small plastic charms that can be attached to Crocs shoes are called gibbets. Crocs is also the...
Thank you. I have my husky gibbet. That's what it's called. My husky, my puppy, my baby. Then I have an alien. And then I have a gummy bear. I want to keep these though. Alright, so I'm going to keep these. Alright, I already kind of... Okay, so the top part, I already did have like another cleaning session maybe like 2 months ago where I just threw out a lot of paperwork that I had in my closet. That helped a lot. And so I'm not gonna really look more into that because I already know I cleaned the majority of it. So now let's get into the clothes. All right. Wait, let me just clean this up because I feel a bit. Ooh. Oh my gosh, I'm falling. What is this? Notebook. All right. I'm gonna get this away. Gotta get this away. This. Oh my gosh. I don't really wear this either, so. I don't know if I want to keep. Oh my gosh. This gotta go. This has to go. Oh, this jacket. I have like my old camera. You know what? I do love to keep birthday cards. You know, I like to keep birthday cards. I just love words. I love the act of giving a card to someone. Not that I don't appreciate gifts, but like a card with words and like a message from someone else just hits different. Oh my gosh. I was like, at one point I was like very interested in learning how to crochet, but honestly I got frustrated after a while, so I stopped. I know my grandma likes to, either, I don't know if it's crocheting or knitting. Maybe I'll give it to her. I got like the plastic yarn needles, the little tool, the locking stitch markers. All right, so I think that's the majority of it. Clean this out. I cleaned my clothing drawer. Oh my gosh, now I'm like, woo! A lot going on here. But yeah, if I would say anything to you, and you've been thinking of throwing out some old stuff, do it. Take the step, even though it's hard because, you know, we emotionally attach to certain things in our life because, you know, they represent a period of our life, whether that be a relationship or just moments where you were going through something. You know, I would say, you know, sometimes we hold on to things because we feel like in losing it, we will kind of dissolve the memory that we have of it. And, you know, when we attach ourselves to things emotionally, that breakage and cutting of that attachment can be a difficult process. However, I think it's a very liberating act to do for yourself, to cleanse your energy, to cleanse your aura, to cleanse the flow of your life, because sometimes I do believe things can serve as blockages and we don't even realize it, you know. And I feel like this is probably like one of the bigger cleansing sessions, because now it's really starting to like get to the things that I've been holding on to for a very long time, that maybe in the past when I was doing these cleansing sessions I was not ready to. It's like, whoa. Like, especially if you have like things from a past relationship, maybe you have to go to lengths where you have to burn things or maybe do a ritual to signify that cutting of that energetic cord. But you kind of just have to listen, find what you feel fits in your situation. But yeah, now I just feel like the energy is starting to become lighter. You know, it just opens the flow of your energy to flow without any hindrance. It's a representation of you stepping into a new chapter in your life, and it's a beautiful thing. You know, it's like you might encounter things in your environment that really signify a moment in your life that had a lot of love, but also you will find things in your environment where there's a lot of heartbreak, and it reminds you of a moments where you felt very lost and empty and powerless. You know, I think in order to step into a new reality with an existence of you, with a new foundation, might be painfully difficult, maybe not physically, but emotionally. But it's necessary to let go and to allow that letting go to be that force to propel you forward and to step into being of more wholeness, expansiveness, and of lightness. Yeah, so this is like the one step that I'm taking to clear my life of the debris that might be in a way holding me back. You know, we're starting on the surface level, on the physical level of form. And though I have been taking steps the past few years to do the internal work, to transcend from any internal blockages, I think this is another step that moves me to now really face what might be still lingering and tend to it. If you're someone that is on a journey of facing your shadows and doing the work to transcend from those shadows, we sometimes can maybe be quick to judge ourselves for not being exactly where we expect to be, or like, you know, I already worked on this, why am I still thinking like this and reacting like this? It's something I have to remind myself, but it's a journey that might not just be something that takes a few months, a few years, or a number of years, but it might be a lifetime to release what no longer serves you. And in the releasing of what no longer serves you, you are fulfilling your soul's evolution. And I have to remind myself, you know, it doesn't have to look a certain way for me to know that being is becoming more whole or lighter, because it's more of like just a feeling and knowing, not necessarily a knowing in the physical sense, but just a knowing that no, I have come far and I can appreciate the steps I've taken to reach a present moment where I do recognize the growth I have had, and I can be gentle with myself and accept that each step I have taken thus far has been essential for coming back to my essence. So if you feel called to, do a cleansing or a purification of your life through letting go of old stuff, I encourage you to do it. Know you can face any type of uncomfortable emotions that you might encounter in letting go, but know that in facing that discomfort, you get to the other side. You get to the other side of knowing that these parts of me were part of my journey, and I can appreciate that. And I can also acknowledge that when I feel that it's time to let go, it's okay to let go, because I don't feel a need to identify with the past no more. In your journey towards feeling a need to identify with the past, you realize that you have to practice detachment. I'm going to continue cleaning and seeing what I do about this mess, but it's a beautiful mess. I hope you know that you can work through the beautiful messes that you make in cleansing your life.